episode of Author Fan Face Off. We have one great author, one super fan, one fabulous book, and we see who knows that book better. I am the Leaping Librarian, Stacy Ratner, and my fantastic co-host is author Steve Shankin.
Woohoo! Thank you.
And today our book is The Night Diary by Vera Haranandani, and she is I'm just so excited because I went back on my notes, and this is the first book I read in 2018 in January, and I put a big N next to it. So I knew way before, a whole year ahead of time, that it was going to be a Newbery get that Newbery Award. And we are wearing our Newbery shirts because it is the 100th anniversary of the Newbery Award this year. So I'm so excited to have you, Vera. Thank you. And
thanks for having me.
Steve's going to introduce your challenger.
Yes, your challenger today is Nana from California, 5th grader. And she loves to read and draw. She's had a trip to India planned herself for later this year. And I don't know, we just chatted with her briefly ahead of time, and I think it's going to be a tough challenge, Vera, for you. I think she's pretty prepared.
Boy.
But we'll have to wait and see. It's just 10 questions, and we're going to find out who knows the book best. Stacy will start us off.
All right. So, Nana, what gift does Kazi give to Nisha for her 12th birthday?
Kazi gives Nisha a diary.
Yeah, and that's what she's writing in, and it's her way of communicating. Wonderful. And Vera, Kazi uses this trick to keep from crying when chopping onions.
Oh, he holds a stick in between his teeth, right?
Yeah, awesome. You got it. See, we're good. You guys are good.
I remember.
Yeah, that first question is just, you feel better right after that. That first one, relax. Okay. And we want to talk about the book, but we don't because we don't want to give spoilers. So as we're going through, we'll tell a little bit more about the story in the book. And then these questions will reveal a little bit for Nana.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Papa tells Nisha and Emil, his children, he says, quote, "Our families thought we shouldn't be married." He's talking about him and his wife. What was the reason for that?
Papa was Hindu and the mother was Muslim, so they weren't supposed to marry each other.
Exactly, and that's a big part of the story and the setting of the story. 1947, as the British are leaving India and the country is splitting in two. And you said this, or this in your author's note, Vera, that this was based on some family stories as well.
Sure. So my father had to leave his home from the same area in Mir Prakash with his family when he was 9 in 1947. So I grew up hearing stories about the partition from my father, from my aunts and uncles, and I really wanted to learn more about what my family went through. So that was a huge reason why I wrote the book. Yes.
Excellent. All right, that's a good introduction. And now we're getting into the characters. Emil, this is for you, Vera. Emil always beats Nisha at this game.
Chess.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Because I think I mentioned Parcheesi, maybe that they play Parcheesi at one point, because my father used to play, but maybe that was just in my notes and I didn't actually play it in the book.
I don't think that made it in. Does anyone else remember?
Okay, interesting. Maybe I chose chess because it was more recognizable, but they would have played it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I like chess, so.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Nana, early in the story, when boys chase Emil, how does he get injured?
He gets injured because Nisha leaves him there, and he gets bitten by a scorpion.
Oh my gosh, great. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And my father also got bit by a scorpion, so that came from a story that he told me about what it feels to get a scorpion bite. What it feels like. Yeah.
Okay. And Vera, Nisha writes that she hates this vegetable, which, quote, smells like wet dirt.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, okra?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's actually coming a little bit from me there.
Not a fan of okra?
In a lot of different cultural foods, but it's in Indian foods, and some people really like it. It's never been my favorite, but and that's actually rare for me because I kind of like everything, and I'll still eat anything. There's almost nothing I won't eat, but it's not my favorite. So
I love in books when people talk about what they're eating, and the preparation of food is so important in the story. And even the narrator is a great cook herself, but
yes,
this is the one thing she doesn't like.
Yes.
All right, you guys are experts, but we sort of, we expected that.
Okay.
So for Nana, before they separate, Kazi gives Nisha this item and asks her to think of him when she uses it.
He gives her a mortar and pestle.
I thought that was really hard. Wow.
I know.
Very good.
Yeah, you're so observant.
I know, exactly. That's the word for it. All right, another thing that comes up maybe once for Vera. All right, what English word does Nisha think is the funniest word? It feels like feathers in my mouth.
Oh, I remember that. Is it brilliant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. Nana, how does Rashid uncle communicate?
He writes letters or writes something on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we can stump anyone here. Right.
No.
Vera. Soon after they arrive at Rashid uncle's house, he begins making this for Nisha.
Oh. Is it like a carving of a little doll? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was food, like what they make first.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're not going to leave it aside. Don't worry. We always have lots of extra questions on our list.
I'm curious what will stump one of us. So
well, I'm going to give you a bonus question, and then we'll take it
we
from
have a
there.
ton of questions. We could keep stuff. We could try.
I'll stump you eventually. We will. All right. I'm going to give a bonus question, and this one is open to either of you. Raise your hand if you want to be the first to propose the answer. And all right. So this is a Gandhi quote. I'm going to ask you to finish a Gandhi quote that Papa says. He begins by saying, "An eye for an eye makes." Oh, man, I was up first. Yes, an eye for an eye makes
the whole world blind.
Wow. Congratulations. Now that really came up one time. Did you memorize that?
I'm working on the Night Diary sequel right now. So that's exciting. But I think because of that, it's a little fresher in my mind. Like if I had been working on my book that just came out in September, which is a totally different book, How to Find What You're Not Looking For, maybe if I was in that draft, I might have more trouble remembering some of the things, but I'm very much in this story again. So,
where does it take, when does it take up right after this ends, or?
Yeah, so it's sort of a couple months later and just seeing how the family rebuilds their lives, but from a different perspective, but I'll leave it at that.
Oh, because I have questions.
I'll keep it a surprise.